What up? I'm Dusty Bubbles. And I want to talk to you right now about something I was contemplating this morning, and that is the power of commitment and devotion. So, when we take a leap of faith or we stay committed to something, we have no idea where that commitment will lead. Because true commitment is commitment that is done with the heart. It is not of the mind. So I was thinking about how much pain and agony there is in my commitment to the healing arts, in my commitment to being an artist, in my commitment to being a husband, in my commitment to being a father, in my commitment to being a friend. There's agony that comes with that. There's trials and there's tribulations. Because when we live with our hearts, and they're open and they're free and they're loving, we're going to go down some crazy paths. We're going to come across some crazy thoughts in our mind that's going to want us to stop our commitment, to stop our devotion. You know, this kind of commitment that I'm talking about, fully trusting the good and the bad, it brings fortune. It brings fortune into your life. It brings luck. Commitment engenders luck. So the seed in which you begin things is so important. And commitment itself as an energy, really, I talked about all these different things I'm committed to. But what I'm really talking about is the commitment to the present moment. That's the only thing we can really commit to. Because when we take a leap of faith and we make a decision in our lives that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that or I'm going to work on this, we don't know where it's going to lead. That's true honesty. That brings intimacy. I'm so grateful for those tribulations and those trials that I go through, that my mind turns over and over again, because what's underneath all of that as it turns over and over is often this beautiful epiphany, this beautiful lesson or this insight to move on to the next cycle. But if we leave or we run or we hide before a cycle has its natural end, then we usually bring misfortune into our life. So I'm talking about a gift here. And in this work called The Gene Keys that I have been very committed and devoted to over the last 11 years, talks about this in the 29th Gene Key, and so it's a gift, and then the highest portion of that is devotion, and then the shadow of it is half-heartedness. So anything we do half-heartedness brings misfortune into our life. You know, half-heartedness is an energy that goes around and around and around our culture and our society. You know, we are often half-hearted in our relationships, or we're half-hearted in our jobs, or we're half-hearted in what we're creating or making, because we're just not sure or what we're doing, and we don't trust it. We don't trust, or we have to feel like we're, having to please other people or any of those things. It brings that's half-heartedness, because really what it is dishonesty. And that's such a hard truth to swallow sometimes, to be like, oh, as I reflect on how I was feeling this weekend when I was trying to make this project, and I was actually just being dishonest with myself, because I wasn't committed. I wasn't committed to the moment. I was worried about in the future or had an agenda. So the 29th city, we call it city, which is a word for highest expression, or like another enlightenment. The city of devotion. It's about lying in the lap of the divine. And we're not just talking about foo-foo things here. Like to stay connected to love and to stay connected to the heart. That can be practical. It can be practical. because it will show you where you really need to go and what's really happening. It will show you. We just have to be freaking patient. And I've been thinking about this life as I've had some anxieties. I just moved to a new city and I'm starting out new, and I feel like I'm starting over in so many ways. And I was so anxious. I brought this here because I thought I might show it. I brought this here. I wrote this down. Like, this is where I was at. I had to remind myself to eat food. It's a mirror image, but it says eat food, drink water, do yoga, deep breath, move, write, go slow. Like, I wasn't in a place to really feel what it to make something. Like, I wanted to feel different. I was wishing things to be different than they are. So everything I was creating or trying to do was kind of felt half-hearted because I was being dishonest with myself. So I just really encourage slowing down, and I encourage asking yourself, what are your commitments of the heart? It's really hard sometimes. Like being committed as a healer and as an artist and as a husband, and like, it can get very hard. It's like I want to stop sometimes. Like, I had that feeling recently, like I want to stop making art. I want to stop trying to do all these things because they're so hard. But that's just part of it. It's just the path. It's just what we're here to do. So I'm rambling now, but I was committed to sitting down and talking for this short amount of time I have this morning before I have kid duty. So if you want to know more about this commitment idea that's coming from these teachings and Gene Keys, send me a message. I would love to answer your questions. This work has really allowed me to bring much more trust into my life. And when we do that, the way that our energy bodies balance out and the way we're able to feel clear and calm no matter what's going on really presents itself, and it's lovely. So, contact me. Much love. It's okay. It's just, let's stay committed to our hearts and living life with an open heart, and stay committed to those things that we know from our deep inner life that we're here to do. We just stay committed. Stay committed.